Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. How are you guys? Today is Saturday. I'm actually filming the video today, which is Saturday, and I will be posting it hopefully later or most likely tomorrow, which is on Sunday. That's when I normally post the new videos. Today's video is gonna be titled Loving Your Future Self. So what does that mean, right? What does that mean? We need to sometimes think about that. Sometimes we have to take a step back. It's really about choices that we make today are going to impact our future. And so that's like, how I always sit down and I talk about my story and my past and what I've been through and how I hit rock bottom. I didn't have any money saved. I had children. I made bad choices. And so, we always, no matter what stage we are in our life, but we always look back at mistakes that we've made, and we would always say, I wish I could go back. I wish I could go back and change that. If I could go back, I would change A, B, and C. And I hear that a lot, and I think that's obviously normal because I know for me, like, I didn't listen. I just did what I wanted to do, and that's how it went. And so you learn later in life, and sometimes you struggle. You have to hit rock bottom in order for you to learn and make those drastic changes. So a long time ago, when I first started my own journey, I remember sitting down. I was at my desk, my home office desk, and I was sitting there, and I actually said, what do I need to do to get out of this mess? Like, what do I need? I remember vividly, and I still remember to this day, what I said. What I need to do is get a budget planner. What I need to do is learn how to use the cash envelope system. And then the first thing I need to do is to start an emergency fund. And so that is what I did. And it's super important, I think, for everybody's situation is completely different. I totally get that. And I think everyone should really understand that as well. Everyone's situation is different. We are all doing the same thing. We're all trying to live a better life. We all want to be organized. We all don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, okay? If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. Well, so all of my cards will be gone probably by the end of the year, and that's because I'm working extremely hard to make this happen. Because why? I don't want my future. I don't want to have all of these credit cards lingering and having to pay all of these credit cards. So that's why we want to love our future self. Because let me tell you, I don't want to struggle. I don't want to stress about bills and credit cards. Absolutely not. So the time has come. Loving your future self is also related to budgeting, and that's what we were just talking about. And we're talking about how saving is going to affect you in the future, because like when the future comes, let's say it's 5 years from now, you are not going to have any money if you don't start today. You have to start today, even if it's small amounts. So there's lots of different fun ways that you can actually start saving. And that is one way is you have the 52-week box. You have the 100-day saving challenge. You have a 10K saving challenge. This one is the 100-day saving. So this one is a 100-day. So you would save every day. Obviously, I tell people to save when you can. You want to save when you have the money to do so. You don't need to start saving in areas if you don't have it. So you could do this. So every day you would save 1, 2, 3 like that. Now, if you don't have the money, then you break it down. You do it like every week. Okay. Now this one is the 52-week box. So this is a weekly. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up until 52. And then right here is 398, which is the total. So every week you can save that amount. There's one way. You have small saving challenges that you can use, and you also have the 100-day. Now the 10K saving challenge is just like this, but the card slot is different. So the card slot is, maybe I have one in here. No, the card slot is like this. I'm sorry, the money is like this, and so that's what the insert looks like. So you can put a $100 bill and a $100 bill and flip it over and keep doing that. So check that out. So there's many ways that you could start saving. Maybe you're not one that wants to do saving challenges, and that's okay. You might just have a regular saving account in in your checking account, and that's fine. Transfer money. I personally would do automated, but let's jump back into it. I just want to show you a couple fun ways to save, because I do believe that incorporating saving challenges into your budgeting journey is also good, because you're trying to change your habits. You're trying to change and save. Now think about this. Let's say you do this every single week. That's progress. That's accomplishment. You are accomplishing what you started. You know, a lot of people start stuff, but they don't finish. And I hope that makes sense. So you can sit there and say, oh, that's super easy. But you know what? Not all the time. Not when you get to the higher amounts. So think about these things and think about starting now. Try to make it fun. Do it with your daughter, do it with your children, do it with your husband. Why loving your future self matters is because, number one, everything is going to impact when you get older in your future. And we also talk about, like, you know, how we're trying to create freedom now, so later on, right? Just sit back for like 60 seconds and just really think about your future self. Think about if you started now and you started saving for everything that we just talked about. You have an emergency fund. You know, your future self is going to thank you and say, you know what? Thank you so much for starting for doing the emergency fund when you did. Because now we have an emergency fund. So if an emergency does happen, then you have the money. But if you don't have an emergency fund, this is where you start stressing. Okay, and you know that's true. People start stressing and it just brings anxiety, it brings depression, everything is related to money. It all boils down to money. It really does. So that's why I like to talk to you guys about, on a weekly basis, I talk to you guys, your budget planner. Are you setting up your budget planner? Are you setting it up when the new month comes and we list out the new calendar every month? We have a new calendar that goes out, and you should be setting up your monthly spread. It doesn't have to be fancy, but you have to list out all of your bills. So, you know, organization is self-care. Okay, so we talked about self-care last week, right? We talked about, what was last week? Last week was, the first one we did was a Valentine's on a budget. Then we did financial self-care. Okay, self-care. Budgeting and self-care are hand in hand. Okay, self-care is very important in everything you do. And then we talked about our cash reset and why is that important. And now, because we are in week 4, we're talking about I will keep saying it, loving your future self. Okay, loving your future self. How is it important and why is it important? Because it entails to everything that we did. It entails to all of the videos that we just talked about. It encompasses self-care. It encompasses everything that you do and trying to get organized. So if you're the type of person that's not organized, we're going to get you organized. The first thing I want you to do is grab your budget planner. Grab a budget planner. The second thing is grab a binder and grab your regular variable cash envelopes. Now what you see here, these are the 1 month ahead. Now you could use the 1 month ahead, absolutely, but for you to use the cash envelope system, I want you to use the variable cash envelopes that say groceries, household, eating out, gas, beauty, and miscellaneous, because that's your major set. That is the set that you want to use every week when you get paid. That's the main set. This here, these are sinking funds. These are all on the different, you still want to save for these as well, but this is also in addition, okay? So you need to have your variable cash envelopes, your budget planner, okay? You need to have that. That way you can start to say you're getting organized. You know, budgeting isn't about restricting yourself. It's not about you can't get the things that you want. It's really about giving yourself options. You are in control. You're the one that's going to sit down here and you're going to list out all of the bills and things that you need to do. You're going to list out everything here on this month on 2 pages. Okay, let me just move this over. So budgeting isn't about restrictions, and I want to make that very clear, because I think that sometimes when we hear the word budgeting, people just think like you can't get the things that you truly want, which is not the case. Being organized is self-care. So we are using budget planners, we use cute dashboards, we have some covers here, we're using binders, we're using this one, we're using our cash envelopes. So it's all about like self-care and liking the things that you use. And I also think like being clutter-free, like I'm very OCD, so I cannot have any clutter. And I think when you have your system organized and it's not cluttery, your mind is free. Now, how many people agree with that? I know that is 100% for me. Like, I can't even move on to the next task if I have a million, like, it's cluttered, it's messy, there's too much going on. I can't think straight. I'll be honest. I just can't. So when you get organized, when you're organized, you make better financial decisions. Please believe me. So you have your budget planner, and you have all the pages that you have in here. Whether you're using the dated version or the undated version, you still need to list out all of your budgeting pages. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm just trying to give you an idea, because organization is key. Okay, so we want to make budgeting fun. We want to make it rewarding. And so that's why I always tell people, and that's why I have a bundle on my website for like a budget planner, your cash binders, saving challenges. And I think I also have one that is for holiday binder. And this is the holiday binder. Has Easter, Mother's Day, as birthday, and everything in here, because you're saving, you're trying to make your life easy. So if you take my advice, it will help you. It's to make things easy for you moving forward. So like when birthdays come, you have your birthday money, little by little. $5 every pay, it's little by little. The most important thing that you need to worry about is your main bills. You want to worry about your main bills. You want to be organized. You want to have everything listed out. You want to have everything listed out, what you have to pay. You start using your cash envelopes faithfully. Don't pretend, use them faithfully. And then you start to incorporate like a saving challenge that you like. You don't have to do 5, you do 1. Easy to do, clutter-free, and easy for you to understand. Okay, and with that being said, is we want to make budgeting fun and rewarding. You know, we want to stay motivated. This is why we use saving challenges, because we want to motivate you to be like, okay, next week next week is going to be week 10, and it's exciting, it's challenging for you. Not only is it a saving challenge, but it's challenging for you. So we want to stay motivated. We want to use stickers. We want to use highlighters. We want to dress it up. You know what? Grab a different cover. You can take this cover off, pop it off like this. And do I have another one here? Actually, I don't want to take it off. I'm just trying to give you an example. So, you don't make it fun for you. Make it fun. I have stickers here. I have these in the shop. I have these like little page flags. I have tons of stickers. I have this in this envelope. I like this envelope because it's like very minimal and clear, and it's just like very clean, and you can literally just pop it in here. Get yourself a planner cover, you know, put it in like this, make it fun. So it depends on what planner you're using. This is the dated. We have so many options to choose from, but I want you to know that you're trying to make it fun, right? We want to make budgeting fun. So dress it up, get your covers for your planner, get your cash envelopes. You also want to celebrate your milestones. Like if you reach a saving goal, celebrate. You know, celebrate, buy yourself something new, celebrate, go out to eat. If you complete a saving challenge, if you pay off a credit card, you know, treat yourself to these. You want to be recognized for the hard work because you haven't done it before, right? What you can do is a self-care day. You know, take a self-care day for yourself. Grab a coffee, read a book at the coffee shop, write in your budget planner and write everything and your goals and everything that you need to do at a really nice coffee shop that you could just relax. It's very quiet. You know, it has that soothing lights and the smell and the aroma of the coffee. It's just amazing. Makes me want to have one. So make budgeting fun. So let's go over the 4 topics that we just talked about real quick. The first one is your mind shift. Okay. So why loving yourself? Why loving your future self matters? Why? Because the choices that we make today are going to impact our future. All right. This all relates to budgeting, and it all relates to self-care. It all ties together. So, if you save now, it's going to create freedom for you later. And we talked about that. Another thing is building good habits with your budgeting and with your saving. And I know we talk about that word budgeting. We talked about it before, like how people think that you're restricted, but you're not. You are in control. So that's why we want to introduce you to your budget planner, cash envelopes, sinking funds, the 52-week challenge, different ways that you can set yourself up for success. Whatever way that you can set yourself up for success is going to benefit you in the future. Now, I can tell you my story black and blue over and over again, but you might not, that might be boring. You also want to stay consistent. No matter how small it is, stay consistent every month. Do the same thing every month, every week. Sit down, go through your planner, check off all the bills that you paid every week. Add, automate your savings. If you have to add money to a certain fund, do it. But if you have to automate things, then do it. What else? You could, because $10 is actually going to save up over time. And that's why we have saving challenges, is because it's supposed to make it fun and exciting to do. Like I just did week 9, and I did week 9. I put the $9 in it. As the weeks go further, obviously the numbers get a little bit higher, so it gets harder to do, but that's okay. Just keep doing what you got to do. Then you have the card here and you fill it out. And it just makes it fun. It's super challenging. I absolutely love it. No matter what, you could do this one. You can do these. You could take these out and put them in your binder. So like if you didn't want to do the box, but you wanted to grab like maybe 3 or maybe 1. You don't even have to grab 3. There's 37 in here. You can just grab 1. You can put them in your binder, which would be like this. And you can get these envelopes here blank. And then you can just pop them in. And then every day, or if you want to do it every week, whatever your choice is. But that's just the point. It's the point of having some options and giving yourself credit where it's due. So saving your money aside, it adds up over time. So because what happens when your future, like you don't want to be scrambling over when the holiday comes. Holidays come. We talked about that many times, and that's why I have a holiday binder. Because I didn't want to do everything we're talking about, I didn't want to have happen to me. Every Christmas would come and I would spend and I would charge and I would go overboard. And so I decided, how am I going to make this easier? Guess what? I made a holiday binder and I don't have this problem. Every holiday, I have money saved for the holidays that I participate in. And every Christmas, I have money set aside. I'm not using cards. I'm not stressing. I take my cash and I'm good. And believe me when I tell you I have no stress, that is the absolute truth. So it all relates to budgeting, self-care, everything in your future. Because what you do now is for the future. Always remember it is for your future, right? You don't want to be scrambling around. We don't want to do that. So start your holiday binder today. Start everything that you need to do today. You have 1 full year to see your growth, to see how you succeed, to see how you're doing. Keep motivated. Join the Facebook group. Join groups that are going to motivate you. Negative is out. You don't want to be around negativity or anyone negative, even if it's family. Negative is out. You want to be around positive people that are going to inspire you and uplift you. We are all different. So it depends on how you do things. I am a pen and paper girl, so I don't like digital, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work for other people. I do like the Google Sheets, like for credit cards and keeping track. But as far as writing out all my stuff, I do use my budget planner, and I also list out all of my bills in my Google Calendar. And I set that up as a reminder, so I get a reminder on the Google Calendar, but I also have it listed in here, okay? So organization is key, and organization is also about self-care. So have fun setting up your system. Have fun enjoying the things like setting up your budget planner, setting up any saving challenges, decorating your budget. Like it's important for you to do that, okay? Loving your future self is so you can live free, stress-free, and live really, really happy, okay? Okay, so at the end, because you guys know me, I can talk forever. What's the one thing you're doing today that your future self will love? I want you to leave that in the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel, leave me a message below, and this is the question that I'm asking you because I really like people to take the time to engage. Leave a comment, say hello. I'm hearing from people that are watching your videos and hope that they can relate to it. So let's go over that question again. What's one thing that you're doing today that your future self will love? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I used my emergency fund for family, and I have to add more money to my emergency fund. And one of the other things I'm going to do is get rid of all of my credit cards. So those will be done by the end of the year. So don't forget to leave me what you're doing. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram, do that. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Saturday. Bye for now.